She gets anxiety. That's it. She gets intrusive, anxious thoughts that bad things will happen to the people she cares about. It makes her life really difficult, but she's doing well. She went to therapy. It's getting better. She was given this tip in therapy. I'll share this with you now. This is not a joke. This is just a free anxiety tip. So if any of you get anxious, you can use this in your life. She was told, if you ever have an intrusive, anxious thought that something bad's going to happen, what you can do is you can sing the anxious thought out loud to the tune of a silly pop song. That makes the intrusive thought sound ridiculous, diffuses the power of the anxious thought. I'm not saying it's fixed everything. She still gets anxious sometimes, but as a little tip, she's found that helpful. Like I said, not a joke, just a free anxiety tip. It's been genuinely helpful for my wife. What it has meant for me is that occasionally I'll get woken up in the morning by my wife singing, "Joe's gonna die in a terrorist attack! A terrorist attack! He's never coming back!" And that's bad for my anxiety. It's like having an alarm clock made by Al-Qaeda is stressful. Just to the person who said boring during the serious bits. Sometimes in my stuff, there's a little bit of a wait before the punchline, right? And you gotta wait for that little serious bit and then the big punchline. But your eagerness to get to the good stuff, I imagine, makes you an incredible lover. So I'll try and be punchier. Sorry, listen, but fucking hell. I'm so fucking contrarian. I just want to, not get to a punchline and make this a sort of hostage situation. You're always at the hospital when you got a baby, which is, even before she was born, right? We always had to go to the hospital. I remember my wife was 4 months pregnant, right? And she has to do this test. Don't get awkward when I talk about it, so I promise you I've got a joke at the end, right? 4 months pregnant, she was asked to do a test for 3 things. 2 of the things were things where if the baby had it, the baby wouldn't have lived, right? And the 3rd thing was Down syndrome. Now, I don't know a lot about Down syndrome. All I really know is this. I used to work with someone who had Down syndrome, and I really liked him. I thought it was fun, funny, and kind, and I really got on with him. And if I had a son who grew up like him, I'd be proud of my son. The same job, I worked with someone called George, who was a dickhead, but you can't test for that. And I know this because I asked at the hospital. Turns out by the time you know a child's a dickhead, it's too late for a termination at that point. They're already an adult. They're shouting out boring at comedy shows, and you pretend that you're proud of them, but deep down you wish they had Down syndrome and a personality. That's what I'm saying.